Hey guys, it's starting to snow in Abingdon, Virginia. Next week's Thanksgiving. So it's a little bit chilly, which reminded me that I needed to flush the radiator on Stewie because he had a lot of water in him from when the water pump gasket went out. We replaced that. It's not leaking anymore. So I decided to do a flush, and I'll show you what we did there, and we'll get that done. Okay, so what we did to Stewie is we put this in there. It's a radiator flush, and I let it run for like about an hour, and it heated up pretty good. So now I need to drain it, and we'll see what we got out of the radiator. So that should be interesting. But I think it's still hot, maybe. But I'm gonna try to take the cap off. Let's see. I don't know. We'll see if that's a good idea or a bad idea.
I don't know. I feel like this might be a bad idea.
But let me find a rag just in case, so it don't like spray in my face. But we'll see. We'll see. Okay, so far. Oh yeah, I've got a little pressure.
Uh-oh. Is that not hot?
It's a little hot. So I guess I'm gonna have to wait a few more minutes before I can actually drain it. Cause if I crawl underneath there and try to drain it, it will shoot my face. So we'll do that in a minute. So I've talked Pam into trying to connect this connector in there because she's got little tiny hands. So hopefully she can get it. Did you get it?
I think that's it.
All right, so she got it. We'll see here in a minute. Okay, so I'm going to check her lights. We've been working on them for like 3 weeks, something crazy. But we've been doing a lot of things over the last 3 weeks, so it's going to give you a little update. But we're going to see if Pam got that light hooked up. So we'll go around back of it here and see if that one is working. It's working. So
Sweet.
This has been, these lights, I know this looks really simple, but all this was painted this same color, kind of, it's not really desert tan, it's more just like some kind of off-white, but everything was just sprayed that, and it looked horrible. So, I mean, if you don't look too close, it looks really good now, after we got done painting it. But all these lights we had to take off, buff the lenses, get all the paint off the lenses, which was like a huge job. Then we got all new bulbs. These are LED bulbs that we put inside of these here, and then we got all stainless steel screws, so that shouldn't rust and should look pretty decent for a while. So, but I think that's working. Let's see what all we got working here. This is working. That's good. That one's working. And we're working our way around Stewie. It's a little tight in here. This is my buddy's motorcycle. It's a little dusty. Sorry, John. I will clean that off, but he's been sitting here by Stewie. It has no paint on it, so that's good. See what else we got. Okay, this is working. That's good. These haven't been redone yet, but we'll redo these, and we're going to redo this cap. But somebody that knows how to paint is going to paint the cap. Then, okay, we're good up here. This has got the new LED bulbs in it. The headlights work, I just don't have them turned on right now. That works, that works, that works, that works, that works. So but it looks like everything's working now, which to us is like a big deal because we wanted all that working, and I feel like now maybe we can move on to another step. We're going to start working on some other projects. So what we did was we used this radiator flush because I think the system had been, I don't know when it was flushed the last time. Flushing a radiator is something we hardly don't ever do in our cars now, but this one being 1995 and setting as much as it had set, I'm thinking it needs to be flushed because when we took off the water pump, Richard fixed it, but when we took the water pump off to put the new gasket in, that water pump looked pretty rusty and pretty rough. So I wanted to go ahead and put this in and try to get it cleaned out, and then we'll put some good coolant back in it. But I've got to get this cap off. It has cooled off, but every time I try to take it off, it's still spewing a little bit. So hopefully this time I can get it off so I can get it drained under there. So let's see here. So far so good. Oh, I still hear it. Don't do this if it's real hot. If I just pop this off, it would spew. But you shouldn't do this, actually. Don't ever do this to an hot radiator. But I'm trying to rush something here, because it's going to freeze tonight. So I'm wanting to get the right coolant in here and not worry about having this water in there. It's almost, I think I'm safe, maybe. I believe. I'm going to proceed with caution here. Still got some pressure. There we go. Okay, good deal. Success. So got that off. Now I can move on to drain this out. And when I drain it out, we'll take a look and see what we actually got out of the inside of it. This is just the water and the radiator flux that's coming out there. And I think it's going to take about this full 5 gallon, maybe a little bit more. But when we get it out of there, we'll show you what it looks like. Okay, so just got done draining that. And as you can see, it's kind of nasty. It's mostly, I would say, rust. But I mean, it could have been worse. I mean, it's 1995, and who knows how long it's been since they done it. I'd say ever since it left the military, maybe somebody did it, maybe, but I don't know for sure. But anyways, it's done. I'm gonna put a little fresh water in it, run that out, and then fill it up with some good stuff. I'm gonna run this, it's about 4 gallons of water through this and let it kind of rinse out the rest of that cleaner before we put the antifreeze in. That should do it. So I think what I'll do is I'm going to start it, and that way it'll circulate it just a little bit and sort of be like a wash it out. So let me start it, and we'll let it run for just a minute or two, and then I'll drain it. So I'll let that run for just maybe a couple minutes, and then we'll cut it off and drain it. So I already did it once, but we're gonna do it one more time because it came out pretty dirty. So we'll see what this one does. Okay, I'm gonna do it one more time, maybe 2 more times. It keeps coming up a little sludgy looking. So we'll see how this one does. So hopefully last time, start it one more time, and we'll get that drained. Get that drained out after this, and hopefully it'll be clean this time. Okay, I think this is like, how many times is this?
This may be 5 or 6.
5 or 6 times. The water's almost clear. It's not crystal clear, but it's pretty close. I mean, it's way better than Russ Brown. So I think we got most of it out. So hopefully this will be the last one. That should do it. So get that out of there and then fill it back up and we'll be done. Okay, finally. I think it's like 9:15 in that pan.
I think so.
Yeah, 9:15. It's been probably about 3 or 4 hours in all of trying to flush this radiator. But I think we finally got it. Let me show you what we got. This is the very last of what I got out there. That's been through the heater coil, and we just kept dumping bucket after bucket of clean water until it cleared up completely. So it's now clear, thank goodness, and we'll fill it up and with the good stuff and we'll be done. Okay, so I'm gonna fill this up. This is 100% antifreeze, so this is peak, it's not diluted. So I'll do a gallon of this, a gallon of water, another gallon of this, another gallon of water. Start it up, let it run, and we'll be good. Almost. Alright, this is 100% water. We just emptied the jug. This is pure water. Pan filled it up, and we're going to pour that one in there. And repeat the process until it gets full. Alright, that was 1 and 1. We got it. So we're pretty much finished now. I'm just going to start it up and turn it on, turn the heater on so go through the heater coil, and we should be fully protected from freezing and a whole lot cleaner than we were. Finished. This is why I was in a hurry to get it done, because it has been snowing here pretty much the last couple 3 hours ever since we started working on this. But I want to thank you guys for joining us. Should be safe now. Don't have to worry about it freezing. I would lay in bed and think about that, but I know we're good now. And I want to encourage you guys to like the channel, subscribe. It's basically all things dirt, the Church of Dirt, Highlands Log Structures, and LMTV Overlanding. But thank you guys, and y'all have a good night.